talking to over
Well,
there?
you can forget about the veggies. You can forget about your bread. Let's actually talk about some Wall Street meat. With me today is Ray from
Standard & Poor's, equity analyst.
Actually, tell everybody your whole name.
Raymond Mathis. Raymond Allen Mathis, actually.
All right. And so what do you do at S&P?
I cover alcohol, tobacco, and gaming stocks, the SIN group, if you will.
What does it
Cody.
mean when you cover something?
Well, we look at the stocks, and we look at the companies and their fundamentals, because we're a fundamental shop. And we try to determine if the stocks are overvalued or undervalued relative to the performance of the
And when you say
companies.
cover, in other words, you analyze these stocks 10 days to Sunday. You know everything about them. What's your number one favorite name out there in the Sin City of stocks?
Got to be Altria Group, manufacturer of Marlboro cigarettes, one of the biggest tobacco companies in the U.S. and worldwide, for that matter.
My great-grandfather, he used to wear, he used to smoke Marlboros, but nobody in my family smokes today. Is this a growth business? Who smokes anymore?
A lot of people in Asia, a lot of people in Latin America.
So you get global distribution, and what do we send out to them? Cigarettes.
Cigarettes.
Addiction.
Absolutely.
And so is this a growth business? Is it outright growth? Is Altria going to show growth year over year this year?
It is. It is. Well, if you look at the bottom line, it won't, because they spun off Kraft, which is a very shareholder-friendly
Ignore the bottom line. Talk for now. Talk to the actual outright growth.
Operations, we're talking about rising cigarette volumes worldwide. We're talking about...
How big? Like, is it matching? It's 2%? It's 10%? What's growth?
Well, you know what? It is low single digits here in the U.S.
That's meaningless, then. That's not... Oh, in the U.S.?
In the U.S. But look,
what about globally?
Globally, it's growing. But let's just talk about the U.S. since you're skeptical. I'll tell you that the volumes for the entire industry declining at a low single-digit rate, 2, 3, 4% a year. But they are able to continuously grow their revenues by gaining market share from the smaller companies and by raising their prices. So they're able to fatten their margins and return that cash to shareholders.
And so we should put money into this thing that kills people? I'm going to change topics for a second, because I don't want to recommend Altria. How about Trump? And I'm going to take the flip side on that one, too. We just had Ivanka here last week.
Okay.
Has anybody investing with Donald ever made a dime? Has any of his shareholders in any company he's ever been involved with actually ended up making money?
Well, I think the shareholders that bought the stock after we made it a strong buy have made a substantial return.
And at what point did you make it a strong buy?
When it hit about $5.50.
Did you have it a buy before that?
No, I did not. I had it as a hold. It went down to $5.50.
And for the record, a hold on Wall Street means a sell. You got to cut through the garble. A buy means it's pretty okay, and a strong buy means he actually likes it.
It's done pretty well since then, I have to say.
So how about, in all seriousness, though, you're sort of are you outright recommending TRMP, Trump?
Absolutely, I am. And it closed. I don't know where it closed today, because I hopped in the car to come down here, but it's about $8 when I left the office.
And you actually think there's a chance that doesn't go to zero? I mean, I look at the balance sheet on that thing. Come on, how are they going to ever get this thing financed? You think someone's going to take you out? What's the play on it?
It's pretty heavily levered, but you know, in this day and age, what's wrong with a little leverage?
In this day and age, in what is it, October 2007, when they can't, when the
they don't have
banks
any debt maturities coming up for a while.
The biggest banks in the world can't even figure out how to put together a $100 billion subprime fund with the government's help. I think I am a little bit worried about debt right now.
They don't have any debt maturities coming anytime soon, so I think they're in pretty good shape. And they're cash flow positive, so they're going to be able to do what they need to do to streamline their operations, improve the properties, focus on those high net value customers, and get these operations turned around and going in a positive direction.
I'm going to have to say that I'm not buying either one of these. I'd stay away from Altria, I'd stay away from Trump, but there you have it. There's my Wall Street meet for the day. We've got much more happy hour after this.
All right, Pim, thanks very much. Well, jets are flying out the door at Boeing factories, if you forgive the pun. We're going to tell you what the company did to boost production as final word